Michael, welcome aboard. Today we are going to go through the Zohar Vayishlach. It's going to be great. I hope you're ready to learn. As soon as I get back, we're going to go right into it. Shalom. Welcome back, everybody. So here's the thing. I'm walking back towards the apartment, so I'm going to go quickly get a drink from the gas station over there. Then we go back to the place and start back to the office and back to the lab, back to the Torah lab. We start cooking. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. Welcome to those who are just joining. Catriella is here, everybody. Let's get a round of applause. Today we have an awesome live planned. But first, I need to get back to my place and we'll be ready in no time. I'll be the bad boy. Green. Who is the real? He wants. Michael.
Hey guys, everything just cleared up for me. Everybody else have good connection now?
Oh, and we're back. We're officially back. Aaron Yukov sent a hat and a mustache. Shalom Aleichem, Baruch Hashem. Welcome in. Welcome everybody. We're ready to party. We're just about ready to party. And what do you know? What do you know? And we're ready to rumble. And we're ready to rumble. How about that? How about that? So new Zohar Vayishlach. Let's see what we got. Thank you for the gifts. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Thank you very much. Very good. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, guys. Very good. And remember to ask how to join up there, whoever's joining also. Just now, ask how to join. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol niyeh b'dvarai.
Amen.
All right. Prepare to carry on the fight against the overwhelming odds of the enemy. Welcome to Zohar in Vayishlach. Welcome, welcome. One man, though, realized that the time for a return to a normal living had not yet come. Oh, this is what we were reading yesterday on whatchamacallit, Hanukkah. Very good. We'll also cover some of that too. But first, we need some Zohar. First, we need some Zohar. Ooh, got one. I got one. I got a klipa. So, Sitrei Taito. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yes, Zohar. Nine, 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 nine. Jacob, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome back, my guy. All right, good. We're all nice and patient. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. So Yishlach Yaakov Malachim. So Yaakov sends angels. Why is this week's parsha called Vayishlach? Guys, why is this week
Because he sent forth angels as messengers.
Yeah. Very good, very good. Kate Katri is here, everybody. So I was thinking of a nickname. Either we could call you Katri or Ella for short. I need a one-syllable nickname for you. Vayishlach Yaakov Malachim Rabbi Yehuda Psach V'Tehillim Tzadik Aleph Yud Aleph Ki Malachim. And Yaakov sent messengers. Literally angels. Malach means to send. For you will give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Keep thee in all thy ways. And Yaakov sent forth messengers. According to the companions, he said, the moment a child is born into the world, the evil prompter straightway attaches himself to him. And thenceforth brings accusations against him. As it says, sin croucheth at the door. The term sin being a designation of the evil prompter. David Hachi, right? The evil inclination, the voice that says to do not good, to bring down. David Hachi nema kriya chatas dechsev. And he also called sin by King David in the verse, and my sin is ever before me. He is so called because he makes man every day to sin before his master. It's not good. Leaving him from the day of his birth till the end of his life. The Amosai. The Amosai, Isi Barnash. But the good prompter first comes to man only on the day that he begins to purify himself, to wit, when he reaches the age of 13 years old. From the time the youth finds himself attended by two companions, one on his right and the other on his left. The former being the good prompter, the latter the evil prompter. These are two veritable angels appointed to keep man company continually. Asi barnash lezdaika hahu yetzer hara. Now when a man tries to be virtuous, the evil prompter bows to him. The right gains dominion over the left, and the two together join hands to guard a man in all his ways. Hence it is written, for he will give his angel charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Eliezer applies this verse to Yaakov when God assigns to him companies of angels as an escort because he came with the full number of tribes, forming with them a godly company. Hence it says, and Yaakov went on his way, and the angels of God met him. And the angels of God met him. Then, therefore, when he was delivered from the hands of Laban and disassociated from him, the Shekhinah joined him, and sacred camps came to encircle him, so that Yaakov said when he saw them, etc. Ibid 3, it was from these angels that he sent a mission to Esau. Welcome, Yosef, my brother. How are you? Therefore, when he was delivered from the hands of Laban and disassociated himself from him, the Shekhinah joined him, and sacred camps came to encircle him, so that Yaakov said when he saw them, it was from these angels that he sent a mission to Esau, as it says, and Yaakov sent angels. Isaac said, why in one place in the Psalms does it say the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear and deliver them? In the singular, and in another place, for he will give his angels charge over thee, in the plural. Moreover, whereas before he saw them only in a dream of the night, now he saw them with open eyes and in full daylight. As is written, and Yaakov said when he saw them, this is God's camp. So how may it be asked did he recognize them? The answer is they were the same angels whom he had seen in his dream. Hence he called them two camps, indicating the camp. And Yaakov said when he saw them, this is God's camp. How, it may be asked, did he recognize them? The answer is that they were the same angels whom he had seen in his dream. Hence he called them Mehanim, indicating the camp which had appeared to him on high and the camp which appeared now below. Yeah? Guys, drop a lightning ball if you want to keep going in the Zohar. Let me get a lightning ball. Go pop it there, go pop it there, go pop it there. Let me get it. Yeah. Yeah, send those lightning bolts if you want to continue in the Zohar. Let's go. Help me help you. Show me what you guys want. Here we go. Help me help you, right? Very good. We do this together. It's interactive, yeah? So, now. Shalom. Welcome in, Moses. You ready for Zohar Vayishlach? You ready to get to the next spiritual level in your life, my brother, in your relationships, in your finances, in your physical health, and everything, in all areas of your life. So when a man tries to be virtuous, the sages teach right here, and the secret to being successful is to stay away from clubs. Stay away from nightclubs, stay away from ooh, I'm so scared, right? I'm so scared. Shaking in my boots now, right? So back to what I was saying. You want to know how to get real spiritual and material benefits? You need to, right? Stay away from the nightclubs, stay away from all the tomfoolery, all the, anything that's not Torah study, basically. Especially, we shouldn't even talk in the negative. Yeah, of course, staying away from all the things that we should stay away from and spending our time on Torah. Now, when a man tries to be virtuous, then this is the secret. When somebody is staying away from their sins. But that means to have peak discipline. That means as a man, to have peak discipline. That means in all areas of your life. Zohar, Alex, this Kabbalah. Although we do Talmud also sometimes as well. We unlock the secrets, guys, on how to live a healthy life. Al-Pi, the Derech of the Torah, according to the ways and the path of the Torah. So it says right here, the secret, stay away from sin. That means peak discipline. That means not getting distracted by vices and virtues. That means staying on your grind. So when a man is virtuous and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, then the evil one even bows to him. Everybody bows down. The righteous gains dominion over the left. And then that's a good thing. Right? So very good. So Isaac said, why in one place in the Psalms does it say, the angel of the Lord encampeth around them, that fear him and deliver them? And yet, in the singular and in another place, for he will give his angels charge over thee, in the plural. The reason is the term angels is a reference to angels proper, whereas the term verse, the angels of the Lord encampeth, the reference is to the Shekhinah, as in the verse, and the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in the flame of the fire in the midst of the bush. So thus the angel of the Lord encampeth round about those that fear him, to deliver them. And yeah. So what happens? The angel of the Lord encampeth around about those who fear him, to deliver them in the Shekhinah. Abide with a man, within a man. Ever. So many legions rally round him. Tachazika David. Milchasa Aishta Maicha Melech Gais Kaden Amahai. The David ushered this verse. And he escaped from Achish, the king of God, because the Shekhinah encompassed him and delivered him from Achish and his people and all those who assailed him. It is written in the same connection. And he feigned himself mad. Remember from yesterday? He feigned himself mad. He looked to Jacob's right, there he met Abraham. He turned to his left, there he met Isaac. Again, he who was lightly esteemed is exemplified in Yaakov. He who humbled himself before Esau so that the latter should in time become a servant. In fulfillment of the blessing, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Genesis 27:29. For Yaakov's time had not yet arrived as he deferred it to the future, and in the immediate present he esteemed himself lightly. But in the proper time, he that playeth the man of rank will become the servant to him that lacketh bread, to the man who allotted plenty of corn and wine. Okay, so that's good. That's good. All right, so let's switch up. Let's switch it up a little bit. We'll do it like this for now. Let's switch it. It's good to switch it up every so often. We'll send out some invites too. Who's gonna grab that fourth slot? Who's gonna grab that fourth slot, guys, for this live? I have a feeling. Why, hello. Welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome aboard, my friend. Tell us how you are doing. What else? Tell us more. How was your day?
Baruch Hashem. I was busy, couple of breakthroughs, just blessings. Blessings was indeed.
Very good, very good. Love it. Love the sound of that. Okay, so he esteemed himself lightly. So high in Vayishlach, he esteemed himself lightly. But in the proper time, he that playeth the man of rank will become the servant to him. In Zohar Vayishlach 1, that lacketh bread. Who's the man that lacketh bread? To the man who was allotted plenty of corn and wine. So what's going on here? So Jacob knew that it was for the time being necessary for him to humble himself before Esau. Why? And so made himself as one who esteemed himself lightly. Moreover, he displayed therein more crafty and subtlety than in all his other dealings with Esau. And he had Esau realized this, he would rather have taken his own life than come to such a pass. Yaakov thus acted throughout with wisdom. And to him can be applied the words of Chana, they that strive with the Lord shall be broken in pieces, and he will give strength unto his king, etc. And Shmuel 2:10. Now, Vayishlach chapter 2. So, guys, there you have it. That is Zohar, Vayishlach chapter 1. So, what did we learn in chapter 1? Let's do a quick... Somebody tell me something that we just learned in chapter 1. Let's see if any of our brains are working tonight. I think we are. I think we're gonna be in full performance mode tonight. So what do we just say in chapter 1?
I think chapter 1 is navigating a lot of uncertainty and what to do, trying to protect his family, protect himself, but also not to be too puffed up in himself or too arrogant in what he was dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Very good. Welcome, my friend. So Vayitzu Isam, so Vayishlachtu. And he commanded them, they saying, thus, yeah, very good, very good. Thus shall ye say unto my lord Esav, thus say my servant Yaakov, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed until now. He began by representing himself as Esav's servant in order that the latter thoughts might be diverted from the blessing. That it may be diverted. Ayavai, vi, ya. Chas v'shalom, right? He began by representing himself as Esau's servant in order that the latter's thoughts might be diverted from the blessings that which he had received from his father and enjoyment of which he was postponing for a future time, as he already said. So, welcome, welcome. Yehuda said, what was Yaakov's object in saying to Esau, I have sojourned with Laban? What had this to do with the message to Esau? What had this to do? Right? What had this to do? That's the question. What had this to do?
Explaining where he gained all of his substance, no?
Say more.
He worked and inherited the women and children and all of, Hashem blessed him with all that he had gained.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Hashem blessed him with all that he had gained, yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm just editing the board over here. Give me a sec. Please ask how to join. And then onto the right. Torah. Yeah, Torah. You have to know what this live is. Oh, even though the title of the live is Torah study. Also. And as for the color, my guys, something that will pop in contrast to the background. Ooh, that's interesting. I just figured something out. Okay, that's definitely something. Yeah, all right. This should be... There we go. Welcome, Sion. Welcome everyone who's just joining. And it's still cut off, so it seems like we might be fumbling this till the end of time. That's what the Klippa wants, for sure. I used to be able to get it. I don't know. Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. It was closer to the other side of the screen. Like, now I have to put it closer to this side here. Boom. Now it's too far off, so back in. Uh-huh.
That looks good.
Closer. But the emoji was cut off, so now
Oh, it's perfect.
Free Palestina requested to join. Should we allow her to join, guys? Let's put it to a vote.
Should we let free parking join?
Free Palestina. Free Palestina. It's a girl.
I think she dropped.
Yeah, thank God. I'm joking. I was saying, like, let's put it to a test, right? Like, let's put it to a vote. Heck no. I just saw. I was like, who requested to join? Free Palestina.
I mean, yeah. You're not here to learn Torah or Zohar. You're here to start conflict. I'm a hard pass.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, your connection was bad. We didn't hear what you said.
Me? Me?
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, we're making a joke, right? So, yeah. So it's just a funny side point. I'm like, I thought it was somebody real. Okay. So, anyways, somebody kick her. Moderator, can you boot her? On a more serious note.
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. So we continue in the Torah. Good. Thank you. So what's going on here? So the Zohar Vayishlach 2. What had this to do with his message to Esav? The reason was that Lavan the Armenian was famous throughout the world as a master magician and sorcerer, whose spell no man could escape. He was in fact the father of Beor, who was the father of Balaam, mentioned in scripture, as Balaam the son of Beor, the soothsayer. Now Joshua 13:22. But for all Lavan's skill and preeminence in sorcery and magic, he could not prevail over Yaakov, though he employed all his arts to destroy him. As it says in Armenian, designed to destroy my father. Rabba said all the world knew that Lavan was the greatest of wizards and sorcerers and magicians, that no one whom he wished to destroy could escape from him, and that it was all from him that Balaam learnt all his skill. Bilam of Hud is written, for I know that he whom you blessed is blessed, and whom you curse is cursed. Thus Laban and his magic were universally feared. Hence Yaakov's first intimation to Esau was, I have sojourned with Laban. He added, and I stayed until now, a space of 20 years. And lest Esau should think that he had achieved nothing of consequence, he added, and I have oxen and donkey, and these being the symbol of two grades of severity that are never combined together save to bring suffering on the world. This is the underlying reason of the precept that you shall now not plow with an ox and an ass together. Further, and the flocks of men servants and maidservants, these being symbolic of the lower crowns whom God slew in Egypt in the form of the firstborn of cattle, the firstborn of the captive, and the firstborn of the maidservants. Right away Esau was seized with fear and went forth to meet him. And indeed, he was as much afraid of Yaakov as Yaakov was afraid of him. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, guys? He's like, this
Yes, it is.
punk stole my blessings. He was intrigued by Yaakov. He's like, this little punk managed to steal my blessings, little punk. He probably underestimated Yaakov. And then this little punk, I underestimated him and he stole my blessings, right? Now he's like, what else is he going to do, right? It turns out, according to the Zohar, he's just as afraid of him as he's afraid of him. Jacob was like a traveler who hears the robbers are waiting for him on the road. Meeting another man, he asks him to whom he belongs, and he replies, I'm a member of such and such, a band of robbers. Get thee hence, exclaims the wayfarer, for I have about me a snake who kills anyone that approaches me. The man then returns to the chief of the brigades and warns him, a man is coming along this way. Around him is a snake, upon whom will bite anybody who approaches him and will kill him. Hearing this, the chief of the brigade says, I had better go out to meet that man and make peace with him. When the wayfarer sees him coming, he exclaims, woe is me, he's going to kill me. So he commences to bow and prostrate himself before him, whereupon the brigand self-assures, thinking if he had with him such a dangerous snake, as he said, he would not have bowed so much, right? It's psychologically showing weakness. If he was so strong, he wouldn't be apologizing, right? That's why people look at sometimes we can... Reb Joel! How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Thank you, God. Welcome to the discussion on Zohar and Vayishlach. Welcome. We're happy to have you.
For sure.
Awesome. So, if he had with him such a dangerous snake, as he said, Esav apparently was afraid of Yaakov as much as Yaakov was afraid of Esav. Welcome. Sion Talks. Shalom. All right. So, what's going on? So Yaakov is apparently just as afraid of him as he's afraid of her. Now, what is this like? It's like a story of somebody who approaches him. They said he has a dangerous snake, but then when he approaches him, he bows down. He's like, if he really had such a dangerous snake, he wouldn't be bowing down so much. He'd be a lot more confident. But since he bowed down so much, I won't kill him. In the same way, Yaakov sent word to Esav saying, I have sojourned with Lavan and stayed until now. As much as to say, I had stayed with him 20 years, and I brought with me a deadly snake to whom slays people with his bite. So Esav, upon hearing this, is like, woe is me, can stand up before him. He was afraid that Yaakov would kill him with his mouth. He therefore went forth to meet him and to make peace with him. So you hear this, guys? This is where the Zohar brings this week's Parsha to a whole mystical level that you would never have otherwise heard about. You would never would have otherwise heard about this. But apparently Esav, the psychology of Esav, only the Zohar can tell us that. They don't teach you that in school, in Hebrew school. Not even close. Woe is me, who could stand up before him? So he's afraid that Yaakov would kill him with his mouth. He therefore went forth to meet him and make peace with him. And then the 400 men are like, I guess, a backup plan. Welcome. Ding, ding. We should get like a little like ringer. I would, see, man, if I was running TikTok, what I would do? Every time someone comes in, you'd hear like that little like ding, 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 like when a shop opens. Like one of those old school antique shops, and you open it up and it has like that little bell that rings. So we should have like, because we're like a shop. We're like a Kabbalah shop. Our product is we're giving out pure life. Hey, thank you for the heart, me. So we, like every time someone comes in, we give it a little ring. So Kevan de Chachmalei, Mike Sid, Yer Yaakov, Yahi, the Eitzer Lai, Kevan de Kbir, and the Ain't Shem, make the same. Let's go. But Yaakov, we read, as soon as we saw him, was greatly afraid and distressed, and when he approached him, he commenced bowing and kneeling before him, as it says, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. Esav then said to himself, had he really been so well equipped, he would not have bowed before me. And again, he began to carry himself haughtily. So there's a lot of psychology going on here. Also, when you're dealing with somebody, the more strong you act, the more fear they feel. And the more submissive you act, the more haughty the person will get. I rate this live a 271. All right, out of 10. I appreciate that. So, do you see how it goes? You heard that last bit?
Yeah, but I kind of I'm kind of like, go ahead and underestimate me. Just because I have a snake that'll bite you if you come after me doesn't mean I'm going to come in and be a decent guest. Doesn't mean I'm not going to come in and be a kind person if I'm well protected. You know what I mean? Not in a deceptive way, but just as I'm willing to be a good neighbor with anybody, but you sure don't want to be a bad neighbor with me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right? It's like, don't mess with me, right? It's like, don't mess with. I feel like, guys, we could be the best, we could be the most nice people on earth until somebody intentionally, repeatedly violates our boundaries. Then we can become pretty nasty, I'm sure, and that's a good thing. It's called self protection. You're not supposed to be nice and sweet when somebody crosses your boundaries severely, intentionally and repeatedly. Shalom Aleichem. Ariel. So, you know what I mean? So had he really been so well equipped, he wouldn't have been. Now it's also teaching the psychology. So if you want to trick your opponent, if you have like an opponent for some reason, you want to trick him, so you pretend to be weak. If you're strong, you pretend to be weak. So he gets arrogant and overestimates his abilities and underestimates yours. Sometimes you want to actually puff up your opponent's ego, make them like a little bit cocky, and then they start getting sloppy. So it's a whole plan. It's a whole like warfare strategy. Yaakov and Esav are warfare geniuses. They're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. Josephus 77. Welcome, my guy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Shalom Aleichem. Thank you, Acharon 2.0. Soon, pretty much, he's going to be Aharon 3.0 at this rate. He's evolving at such an amazing pace, Baruch Hashem. Tachazi Mike Bebe Love Mayayai. It's written in regards to Bilam. It's written in regards to Balaam, and God came onto Balaam at night. So similarly, in regard, like in a vision. So, in regard to Lavan, it's written, and God came to Lavan the Armenian in a dream in the night and said to him, "Take heed of thyself." Take heed of thyself. Hold on, guys. Let me join as myself into the live so I can write a comment. DDD Gang? That's really my nickname? DDD Gang? Okay, yeah, DDD Gang. That's my secondary account, I guess. So I can pin comments. So now, let me pin this. Mark viewer. And of course, add moderator, manage guests, all that stuff. Okay, so this should be pinned, yeah. Discussing divine dialogue, gang. Nothing is coincidence. Nothing. Nothing. So, it's written in regard to Bilam. And God came unto Bilam at night. Similarly, in regard to Laban, it's written, and God came to Laban the Aramean in the dream of the night and said unto him, take heed. Take heed. All right, hold on. Let's give a minute to say hi to our friend over here. Hello.
Oh,
How are you, man?
So my question is this, and it's not being disrespectful.
Uh-oh.
So you're the way
Don't make me, I hope I'm not gonna. Please don't make me mute you. I'm begging you.
no, the way you dress and also your belief in probably Kabbalah is not a requisite, is not derived from Torah. It's not even in the Talmud. So your dress and your style of life, that's not.
Oh, we love you. So similarly, in regard to Laban, it's written, and God came to Laban the Aramean in a dream of the night and said unto him, thanks for stopping by. Come again another time. Instead of the words that thou speak not, we should have expected here that thou do no evil to Yaakov. But the truth is that Laban, in his pursuit after Yaakov, did not intend to contend against him with armed forces. He was well aware that Yaakov and his sons were more than a match for him, but he designated to kill him with the power of his mouth. Hence, that thou speak not, and not that thou do not. It is also written, it is the power of my hand to do you hurt. Laban knew this from the warning given him, and he continued himself, but the God of your father spoke to me, etc. You know what? I'm even going to go on to. I have my second guy also here too. My second phone. For moderator purposes, guys. Of course you heard that. Yeah, of course that echo ring. Sorry guys, 1 second. See, I wasn't counting the fact that I have to mute myself, right? And of course turn down the volume on this one. So, and this is the very testimony which God commanded the Israelites, to pronounce, as it's written, and thou shalt testify and say before the Lord thy God, an Aramean intended to destroy my father. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna mute this one. Perfecto. Now it's muted, but I still see everything. Continue with Torah. I need my batteries charged. TikTok dreams. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, bro. So, and thou shalt testify and say before Moise Rezoiti. Welcome everyone who's just joining. Like Moise. Welcome Daniel Ortiz. Of Balaam it is further written, and he went not as the other times to meet enchantments, this being his wont, since he was an adept in divination. Laban also said, I have obscured the signs. That is to say, he tested Yaakov's fortune by means of his divination, and when he set out to destroy him, he also intended to accomplish his end by the same power of magic and sorcery, but God did not permit him. Welcome to all those who are joining. Welcome to all those who are peeking in. And it was an allusion to this that Balaam his grandson said, for there is no enchantment with Jacob, neither is there any divination with Israel, as much as to say, who can prevail against them? Seeing that when my grandfather sought to destroy their ancestors, you know what happened? By means of enchantment and sorcery, not only did he not succeed, he was not permitted to curse him. Lavan indeed employed against Yaakov all the 10 kinds of magic and divination of the flashing of the underworld crowns, but could not do him no hurt, as it was written, and he changed my wages 10 times. But God suffered him not to hurt me. Remember that verse from the Parsha, Kate? And he changed my wages 10 times, remember?
No, I'm sitting here going, when did that happen? But it did have me thinking about, if Rachel was observing that her father had this strength and he was doing all this wizardry stuff, now I'm seeing her taking those idols as kind of like almost a defense. Like maybe she feared that those idols really worked and she was trying to keep them from him to use them as a weapon.
Mm. Well, it's hard to say, because Rachel believes only in Hashem. So she wouldn't think they're idols. She would think that, I don't know why she stole her father's idols. I'm not sure. It's really hard to understand what's going through her mind exactly. Maybe she thought that there was a chance he would do repentance. Maybe she thought that he would change his ways. Who knows? So she would want to see the best in everybody, Welcome, Beit Shalom.
So what's the deal with the 10 times the wages thing?
That's the verse that Yaakov said to Lavan. So it's a connection that we make to the regular parsha, where he says to Lavan, Jacob says to Lavan, what does he say? He says to Lavan that you changed my wages 10 times, and I worked for you fairly, remember, for both your daughters, and you changed my wages 10 times. So,
Notice the reed that he put in the water bin for the sheep each time his wages changed too, though.
very good, Rav Aron. By the way, did you see the inner circle agreement and terms that I sent you? What do you think about
Yes,
that?
I downloaded it.
What do you think about that? You think you're gonna go ahead, or what do you think?
Yeah, no problems.
All right, so we found our 4. You guys, you hear this? I believe we have found the musketeer that we were looking for. Catriella, you hear? Guys, this is a cause for celebration. This is cause for...
Yay!
Yes.
Man, this is great. We were looking, right? We started off with 2. We were looking for the 3rd. Right, Alessandra? We were looking for the 3rd. We spent days tirelessly seeking him out. And then we found Reb Michael. Then it was only natural at a certain point that our circle expand to the 4th member. Because remember, we need each person takes care of a cardinal direction, right? North, south, east, and west. 4 angels, 4 directions. So you need 4 people, right? So now we have our 4 directions. So our mystic circle has found yes, Josephus 77. Woohoo indeed. It will become the minion musketeers, right? And then we're gonna get Sion Talks. Sion Talks is gonna onboard. The 5th dimension, Israel. It's called Kabbalah. And that's why we're learning it right now, right here. So, Kabbalah gang. Kabbalah gang. So, but could do him no hurt, as it says, and he changed my wages 10 times. But God suffered him not to hurt me. Genesis 31:7, where the term monim, times, is akin to the term minim, signifying kinds. These 10 kinds of witchcraft are alluded to in the verse, saying, so there are 10 kinds of witchcrafts. So your mind will be blown when you hear there are 10 forms of witchcrafts. They shall not be found amongst you. One useth divination, a soothsayer, an enchanter, a sorcerer, a charmer, or one who consulteth a ghost, or a familiar spirit, or a necromancer. Oh, let there not be. Racy says divination and enchantment are two different arts of the same potency. Balaam made use of divination against Israel, as it says, with divination in their hands. Numbers 22:7. Lavan, on the other hand, used enchantments. Very different. Enchantments is like jinxing somebody, versus divination is like, the real deal. But neither of them succeeded. Hence, Balaam said, so Tzion Talks, what you can do is if you're interested in joining the class and joining the community, we have a growing community of people who are coming together every single day as a family to learn Torah and to grow spiritually together. And we've been learning Torah here on the live every single day. And it's been really fun. And anybody who wants to join, there's one slot left right now for the general class. So I advise everybody, there's a small window where you can hop right down, send your number to the DMs of the creator immediately, and you could get in. So whoever sends their number first to the DM gets in. And then if you try to send the number in, but you don't get to the first slot, then we will save your number in the wait list and wait till the second round of the contest, and you'll be reconsidered. So be that first one to take action immediately. They say the early bird gets the worm. So go right ahead. Instead of asking to come up here, go down and follow the live creator and try to join the class first. Not everybody could just come up here. Not everybody could just come up here. That's what I'm realizing, Katriala, because you invite like some people, you think that you have goodwill, you want to have the benefit of a doubt. Some people are just here to waste time. So Balaam said, but not you, not people who are serious and people who come to class every single day like you, like Alexandra, like Aharon, like Joel,
Mikael.
like Michael.
What about me, bro?
Oh,
Katria,
he just came in.
wait, guys, I wanted to know if you caught that. Can you say what just happened for a sec? The timing of it all, which was so like, you can't make that up, right?
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm assuming you're talking about the Kleepod that just entered the room, kind of thing.
No, I'm talking about. I said Michael, and then Michael literally entered the second I said his name.
Oh, and then he literally entered that second, but then
Literally,
Kleepod was following him.
That's what happens because he was holy today. He had right, Michal. He's having a good day, Baruch Hashem. Thank you for the roses.
For you,
What?
the dream catchers. Do you have any insight about it?
What do you mean dream catchers?
Those nets, some people use. Sometimes they put them in the cars. Sometimes they put them in their chambre, living, sleeping rooms.
Yeah. Yes, I make those.
I
How
think they're
does that
associated
work?
with like
You want one? We also
okay.
we give protective amulets. So if you want a protective amulet, come talk to me.
No. How does it work? The dream catcher spiritually.
There's many different ways. So for example,
Hmm.
For example, ay, 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 vai, 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 dai, dai, da, 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 ay, 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 ya, va, va, vai, vai, vai. Ay, dai, 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 ay, 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 ya, va, va, vai, vai. Ay, 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 ay. So, what were we talking about? Somebody remind me.
You were trying to say something about the dream catcher, how it works.
So quickly, very quickly, there's something called a dream pe'ulah. So in Shoshe Hashemis, you write down certain names of Hashem, you erase it into water, you drink the water, you go to sleep, and angels come to you in a dream and answer your question. It's called a dream pe'ulah. So that's one. There's a bunch of different dream Kabbalahs that you could do. That's one example. If you want to get an answer, like let's say you want to know, should I move to New York or Israel? Should I marry this girl or that girl? What you do is you can write names of the angels on the cup. You erase it into water. You ask, right? And don't do this at home without getting extremely detailed coaching and guidance how to one-on-one how to do this. It's not a joke. But if you do it right, you do it right, and they come to you in a dream and answer any question that you ask from the other world.
One time I've asked someone, and that person said that it is something related to Indian culture.
The term you're referring to,
Yeah,
dream
I've seen dream
catcher.
catchers that are like that.
I don't know what a dream catcher is. I don't know. I'm not affiliated with Indian culture. I don't know what a dream catcher is.
How's
talking
the web of the spider?
I'm talking about a dream operation. A dream operation is a pe'ulah. So in Shoshe Hashemis, which is a sefer of practical Kabbalah, Rav Moshe Zakuto writes that you write down certain names of Hashem onto a piece of paper with ink. You erase the names into the water. And then it's called a dream question. You ask a question before you go to sleep. You understand? What are the winning lottery numbers? You ask a question. And the angels come to you in the dream, you understand? And answer the question. This is called the dream pe'ulah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a great topic to bring into practical Kabbalah. This is a really good topic also. So I'm happy you brought it up. Now, as far as the Zohar, Balaam and Bilak, so how can anybody prevail against them, seeing that all divinations and sorceries residing in our grounds, deriving their potency from the flashing of the supernal sovereignty, which is attached to them, as is written, the Lord his God is with them, and the shouting for the king is amongst them. I remember Yehuda Chas Shalom. So Yehuda said, for far be it from us to imagine that Balaam knew aught of the supernal sanctity, seeing that God did not choose any people or tongue to make use of his glory save his holy children. To whom he said, sanctify yourself therefore and be holy. Only those who are themselves holy are permitted to make use of holy things, and it is only Israel who are holy, as is written, for thou art a holy people. Devarim 14:2. Therefore, thou alone are holy, but no other people. Contrary-wise, right? Baruch Hashem. So, contrary-wise, those who are impure are brought into contact with impurity and become more impure. And if such is written, he is unclean, he shall dwell alone, without the camp shall his dwelling be. For impurity calls unto impurity, as it says. If you guys remember, I said that verse yesterday, that a sin brings another sin. So if you want to stop that cycle, you stop it right away before it becomes a whole deal, before it becomes a whole big deal. So if impurity to call upon impurity, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yes. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Rabbi Yitzchak, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Rabbi Yitzchak, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, yeah. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. All right, guys, and remember, if you're watching, to like the live, share with all of your friends, and to join the class by sending your number to the creator. Fill out the form, get locked in, let's get to the next level. So Rabbi Yitzchak said, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, was it becoming for a holy man like Yaakov to admit that he had contaminated himself with Lavan and his enchantments? Was this anything to his credit? Rabbi Yossi said to him, although Rabbi Yehuda has given an explanation, I agree with you that we should seek another. For we find a somewhat similar difficulty in Yaakov's words, I am Esau, thy firstborn, Genesis 27:19, where we also may ask, was it becoming for a righteous man like Yaakov to assume the name of the impure Esau? I will answer, both these and those is a tonal pause after the words I am, Manochi, in this passage, so that Yaakov really was said was, I am who I am, but Esau is thy firstborn. So Yaakov didn't lie. He said, I am who I am. Esau is your firstborn. Not that I am Esau, your firstborn. I know, it's still a little bit of a deceptive language, but it's not. It's a different level. Hey. Guess what, guys? We just got Sion just joined. 23 number in the fan club. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. And I blocked a Klipa too. Let's go. Woo! Don't worry, I got him already. I took him out of the live. Welcome back. I know, right? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So there's a tonal pause after the word I am in this passage, so that what Yaakov really said was, I am who I am, but Esav is your firstborn. So he didn't really lie, he only semi-lied. He said, I am who I am, but Esav is your firstborn, not I am Esav. Okay? Similarly, here Yaakov meant to say, do not pay any regard to the blessing which my father gave, nor imagine that it has been fulfilled in me, for he blessed me, saying, be Lord over thy brethren, whereas of a truth I am thy servant Yaakov to my Lord Esav. Again, he blessed me with plenty of corn and wine, but I have no stock of these, but oxen and donkey and flocks, and the blessing of the dew, fat places of the earth, nothing has been fulfilled, as I have sojourned with love on being merely in so much as a house that I call my own, let alone the fatness of the earth. The whole of Yaakov's message was thus calculated to divert Esav with regard to the blessings, so that he should not quarrel with him over them. Rabbi Abba Emer said, "Be Yaakov ish tam yeshev elihim gai v'shalom." Rabbi Abba said, "It is written of Yaakov that he was a perfect man, dwelling in tents." Genesis 25:27. The designation of perfect man was given him because he resided in two supernal tabernacles, and embodied in himself both this and that, this side and that side, and thus was made complete. Because remember, marriage makes somebody considered complete. Right? Right? That marriage makes somebody complete. Because they unify both the male and female side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's true. That's why the first thing God told our friend Adam is be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful like a fruit fly. Be fruitful like a fruit fly. Mm. Mm-hmm. So, unify both sides, right and left. His language must not be construed. Everyone has something in common with Adam. He's literally the the ancestor of all humanity, right? He's humanity's what do you call it? Welcome, Skunkworks. He's humanity's common ancestor. We all share him. Now, and with all due respect to Yehuda, his heart was pure and full of thankfulness for the kindness and the truth that God showed him. Thus, Yaakov's message to Esau amounted to saying that everybody knew what kind of man Lavan was, and that no one can escape him. Yet I stayed with him 20 years, and though he contended with me and sought to destroy me, yet God delivered me from his hand. Yaakov's purpose in all this was to prevent Esau from thinking that the blessings have been fulfilled, and so from nursing a grudge against him. Regarding such conduct, Scripture says, "For the ways of the Lord are right. Thou shalt be wholehearted with the Lord thy God." And so ends Vayishlach Zohar chapter 2. Any questions, or do you guys want to go on to Zohar chapter 3 in the text?
I say move on to chapter 3.
Again.
My vote is to move on with chapter 3.
I love it. I love the sound of the cats in the background. What's the name? What do you name the cat?
Just cat. Citrus.
Citrus. Very cute.
Yeah, he's an orange cat, so.
Okay. Very good, very good, very good. So, have a good night, Reb Michael. Thank you for joining us. So the angels return to Yaakov. Thank you for the rose. Alex Parker. Deuces. The word Esav after thy brother seems to be superfluous, since Yaakov had no other brothers. However, I hint to Yaakov not to think that Esau would trace his steps and enter. That Asa retracted his steps and entered on the path of rectitude, that he was still the same wicked Asa as of old. And moreover, he comes to meet thee, and not by himself, but having 400 men with him. Not by himself, but having 400 men. Okay. Alex, because his mom told him to. Rivka told him to. Yeah, it's true. All right, guys, you ready? So, it's time for the blessing contest. So whoever sends the next gift gets a blessing. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, oh. Look at this. Guys, we have a winner. Sion won the bracha. So let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can gather in my kavana. So my friend, I wish you a wonderful path forward, peace and prosperity and goodness. And you should grow your mind and grow your education and achieve true wisdom on your path. Blessings. Oh, and I just saw you said that you want a bracha for wisdom. All right, we covered that, right? Mm. How did I get unmuted? Wait a sec. Oh no, I can't mute. I can't mute the host one. It's gotta be this. Okay, there we go. Blessings to me, host, for wisdom, long life, great potential, and aid in shining light. Oh, appreciate it. I'll take it. Look, I'll take it. Right? Why all these details? Because God always delights in the prayer of the righteous, and he crowns himself, as it were, with their supplications. So we affirm that the angel in charge of the prayers of Israel, and his name is Sandal, and then the thing that we use to talk to other people, starting with Sandal. That's the Sandal foe, and we don't say the full name of the angel because it's an angel name. Take up all those prayers and weaves them out of a crown. And the living one in the world. So he takes all these prayers and he fashions them for a crown that God wears, which God takes delight. I made into a crown for him. Seeing that Jacob had with him legions of holy angels, and maybe asked why he was afraid. The truth is, the righteous do rely not on their merits, but on their prayers and supplications to the Master, singular. So righteous people do not rely on their merits, on their own merits. They rely on Hashem. One sec, guys. I'll be right back. In the meantime, chat amongst yourselves and prepare. Chat amongst yourselves and prepare, because there may be a pop quiz when I get back. All right, guys. How we doing? Still kicking? Still kicking?
It was very quiet during your
Let's go,
absence.
man. Let's go.
What do you say, Joel?
Said, let's go. Let's go. I'm eating, man. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm listening and I'm eating.
All right, yeah, let's go, man. Let's get locked in, yo. Holy angels. And maybe asked why he was afraid. The truth is, the righteous rely not on their merits, but on the prayers and supplications to the Master. Shimon said, the prayer of a congregation ascends to the Almighty, and he's crowned therewith because it comprises many hues and directions, wherefore it is made into a crown. Made into a crown for the living Holy One, and hence is not so complete and acceptable as the prayer of the congregation. Yaakov was many-sided, and therefore Yaakov craved for his prayer, and hence it was written that Yaakov was greatly afraid and was distressed. Okay. Yehuda cited here the verse, happy is the man that fears always, but he that hardens his heart will fall into evil. Welcome, shy girl. And to whom he was given the Torah of truth, that thereby they may merit life eternal, for whose labors in the Torah is vouchsafed, when having the best life and taken up into the life of the world to come, and is written, for that is thy life and the length of all thy days, and also, and through this thing ye shall prolong your days, implying life in this world and in the world to come. Really, as just said, whoever labors in the Torah for its own sake will not die through the agency of the Yetzer Hara. No, rather, inasmuch as he holds fast to the tree of life and releases not, for this reason, the bodies of the righteous who labor in the Torah remain undefiled after death, since the spirit of defilement does not hover over them. Okay? So guys, so what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? That if somebody attaches to the Torah, that the Yetzer Hara cannot kill them. What does that mean? What do you think that means? Aaron, Joel, Catriella, Alexandra.
Well, I think there's a degree of like if you're on Yetzer Tov or what's this with the arms? Like I can't think of what it's called. Like people who hold hands and like you flip to one side or the other. Arm wrestle. Like if you're Yetzer Hara on Yetzer Tov or arm wrestling, your Yetzer Tov, if you're tied to Torah, your Yetzer Tov is going to win. Doesn't mean you're not going to have to push. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have to put up a fight. But your Yetzer Hara must bow down, kind of thing. Louder.
Thank you.
Very good. Anybody else? Come on. You could guess. I don't know why they won't let mirror your video. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why it won't let me share the screen like Zoom. You know, on Zoom, they let you share the whole screen and everything, but not with this. All right, so we're gonna break up into two teams. You guys want to break up into teams? You guys want to play a team game?
Sure.
All right, so the teams are as follows. We'll do Catriella and Aaron and Joel and Alexandra. You guys are going to be teams, and we're going to play a question and answer about this week's Parsha and see who wins. So, question number one. And open it up. So Yaakov sent messengers ahead of him to his brother Esau. Why?
To some degree, to establish a peace treaty.
Because he was scared of him and he didn't want
No,
to
we're not gonna blurt it. Wait, I'm trying to think. Should we just blurt it out, or should we make you guys write it in the comments? Which one's better? You know what? Let me hear it in the comments. All right, yeah, guys, write it in the comments so I can see which comment hits first. All right. Team Kate and Aaron got a point. How many men did Esav have with him? $400 is the answer. According to the Torah, who was afraid of who? And according to the Zohar, who was afraid of who? This is a tricky one. Joel said, according to the Torah, Yaakov. Okay, good. So it's 2-1. So 2-1. Very good. Welcome, Hananel. Who came to wrestle with Yaakov? Good, Joel, an angel. All right, it's tied up. So they wrestle all night. And then when he tries to leave, he says, I must go. I need to pray. What did he say? I will not let you leave until you... Bless me. Joel. Very good. until you bless me. He said, what is your name? Yaakov. Then what did he say after that? What did he say after that? When he said, what's your name? Yaakov. And then he said, your name? Something about his name. That Israel's going to be your new name. Yup. Very good, Joel. When the angel saw that he could not defeat Jacob, I mean, you know why? Because you're coming to the class, Baruch Hashem. You've been showing up to the class a lot. I'm not surprised, honestly. You've been showing up. It's good, sticky material. You've been putting in the effort. Good, awesome. So the angel realized you can't beat him. So what does he resort to as one last trick before he goes? All right, Joel, don't ruin it and say too much. All right, Catriella, very good. Injuring his hip. He put his He put his hip on his hand on the socket. No, you're good. All right, good. So he calls the place Peniel. Because I've seen a divine face to face, and I have survived. So everybody approaches Esav. So what happens after they approach Esav? Then what? Then what? No, not yet. They do hug, but first, before they hug, first he prostrated himself, right? How many times? 7. Okay, so the game has concluded. So very good, guys. Let's get a round of applause for everybody in the game. So, and the winner is Team Joel and Alexandra. Let's go. Good job, guys. And Catriella, of course, you also did a really good job because you had to carry your entire team because it seems like Aharon was AFK or maybe falling asleep. So, don't worry, there's always next time. Okay. There are no coincidences, that's right. There are no coincidences. So yeah, definitely a round of applause for everybody. Definitely a round of applause for everybody who played the game. It was close, but only one team was able to, secure the victory in the end. How does it feel, Alexandra, to be victorious?
Thank you, Joel.
Huh?
Thanks to Joel.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. I love it. That's why I broke everyone into teams, so. Because it's good to work together. It's good. Fosters a sense of unity, a sense of family. It's very good. Oh, yeah. All right, it's time for the meditation, guys. So everybody take a deep breath in. Let it go. Yes. Let's take another deep breath in. And then let it go again. Let all the stress melt away. Let all the stress disappear. Yes. Yes. Let all the stress fade into nothingness. Yeah. As you allow your nervous system to completely relax. Allow yourself to lean into the silence. Allow yourself to lean in. And then you can gain control of your thoughts. Yes, and then you can gain control of your thoughts. Breathe in and out. In and out. Gain control over your breathing. If you control the breath, you control everything. You control the breath, you control everything. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Dustin. ACS. Avram Chaim Shmerel. What's going on, Avram Chaim Shmerel? Welcome aboard, bud. Prepare to take a deep breath. A slow, relaxing breath. Ilan Levine, welcome. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. The slower, the better. The slower, the better. Trust. Hakol Tova in Hebrew means all is for the good. Hakol Tova. Avram Chaim Yekutiel Shmerel. No, I'm just kidding. How's your head? I'm glad to see you're feeling better, son. Focus. Focus. Don't let these distracting thoughts take you out. Get back to the breath. Just quietly return the awareness back to the breath. As slow as possible. Welcome to everyone who's just joining. Prepare to get extremely relaxed as your nervous system slows down. Your breath begins to slow. Yeah. Slow down. Good morning, everybody. Let's start to come back to reality. Let's start to wiggle our hands and our toes. Thank you. Sion, it's an amazing meditation time. I'm really happy you enjoyed. I'm really happy to hear you enjoyed. Thank you for that positive feedback. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. So there you have it, folks. So there you have it, folks. I like to call that deep meditation state. You know, maybe every once in a while, you have to. It's a very good idea. Calm the mind. Calm all your thoughts. Have a good night. Thanks for coming, bro. See ya. Welcome. Maria Teresa, welcome. Speak. I know you want to say something. The problem is you can't, right? Because when you get into such a good meditative state, you don't even want to talk. You don't want to do anything, right? You want to just collapse into the infinite light. Maria Teresa is Maria. Uh-huh. Exactly. Just like that. Just let all the stress go. Hey, guess what, guys? We got a rose from someone. Thank you, Maria, for the rose. That's the goal of meditation, right? To go into a deep state of relaxation. You know when you did it right when you don't want to move. So deep breath. Slow, deep breaths. Ooh. Oopsie daisy. Oh, man. Call that a meditation yawn. Nope, today's class is not Shuva. Sorry. Oh, ooh. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, folks. So before we end for tonight, we're going to give everybody 1 minute, and you can pass if you want. We're going to give everyone 1 minute to talk about how their meditation went. And we'll find out. So who wants to go first? wants to go first? Who? Alessandra, go first.
Oh, okay. It's really nice. It was very relaxing. Thank you. It's so nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, guys. Have a wonderful night. See everybody tomorrow.
Yes, good
All
night.
right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good
Bye,
night.
Little. Good night.
Bye, Rito.